Welcome to the live stream. Let's get this thing started, and I am going to be live, obviously from making up from last night, so I'm just going to let my group know we are live on YouTube and on TikTok. Hopefully you all are having an awesome Sunday. It's just going to be a quick 15 to 30 minute update on what the price of Bitcoin is doing, but I think that's important based on what's going on. So the first thing I want to look at, like always, is the Crypto and Fear and Greed Index. Right now, we are sitting at 33 on the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, and so that's just, nothing crazy in my opinion there. Nothing to write home about, so let's move on with that. The other thing I want to go look at is Bookmap. Bookmap basically shows you where all of the orders are on Bitcoin, if there's more liquidity to the upside or downside. Right now it's showing on Bookmap that we have more liquidity at 80,000 than we do anywhere else. You can see we're sitting at 77.9 right now. You have some liquidity. You have a decent amount actually now at $73,500. But right now, I still see a little bit more, 80,000. That's why I would just like to get some kind of short squeeze this upcoming week to $80,000, and that would be, I'd be pretty happy if we can get to up to $80,000 sometime in the next 7 days. I'm going to do a sound check on this really quickly, so bear with me. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, yeah, right now I see more liquidity at 80,000, but it is very close. Now they're starting to build some more liquidity to the downside at 73K. But again, we're closer to 80 than 73.5. So I still am bullish on Bitcoin, but I gotta say, with this new 4-hour candle, it doesn't look fantastic to me. Like, you can see the 4-hour RSI is not overbought yet, but that is not bullish how fast that is getting overbought. So let's start on the daily time frame and kind of break it down. Daily time frame is still almost pretty extended. I would like to say that this is going to be some kind of round bottom, and that would be fantastic if we can say that, but for right now it's obviously just not confirmed. I'll make that color something more visible. So that could be around the bottom. We'll see. We're going to have to keep going up if we want this if we want this to be around the bottom. On the 12-hour time frame, you can see the RSI is struggling. You got overbought coming down, and you have not been oversold ever since you got overbought around 78,000. So I got to say, that's actually pretty bearish. The 12-hour time frame is making a higher high in price action, but the RSI is making a lower high. That is bearish divergence, suggesting we do dump further to the downside. Also suggesting it's going to be hard to get to $80,000. You would have to negate that bearish divergence on such a high time frame. If we look at the 8-hour time frame, well, it's pretty much the same thing. Well, yeah, I would say it's pretty much the same thing. If we look at the 6-hour time frame, let me delete this right now. So if we delete the 6-hour time frame, to me, the 6 hours does not have bearish divergence. You did get oversold, but again, it's getting overbought pretty quickly. 4-hour, we already went over that. The 3-hour time frame is overbought now, suggesting you just roll over, and that's not bullish. That's actually very bearish. 2-hour looks bad. 1 hour doesn't look great. I need to see the smaller time frames make a higher low. So right now, I don't like the 4-hour time frame. I'm long on it, but I don't like it. What you could hope for if you're looking for a bounce is a 15-minute bull flag right now in the 15-minute time frame. That's what you would need to see if you want to be bullish on Bitcoin right now. That measure move gets you to 78.9, almost 79K. But again, if you lose this low here at 77.7, it's game over. So I'm tempted to just put my stop loss at 77,700. And call it a day. If I get stopped out, whatever. Because it looks like if you lose 77,700, it's going to tumble at least back down to 77.2. So we'll see. I won't move it up just yet, but that's tempting because I got into 78.3 like a few days ago, 3 days ago, and it's been kind of a rough ride. This bounce looked good to me earlier, but now I'm looking at the chart, it doesn't look fantastic to me. Let me jump down to the 5 minute. The five minutes, like that's a bear flag on the 5 minute right now, suggesting you just go lower, and that would probably bring you down to 77.2. But let me just get the measure move here. So I hate to say this, I'm long, but I'm bearish right now on the price action. That measure move takes you down to 77,570. So that's not as bad as I thought, but that's not bullish. You want that to wick up and continue higher. That wick, if you can get bought up by that wick right there and bounce higher, that'd be great. But for right now, I would say this. I'll leave it at this. If you lose this level at 77.7, you're going to come down to probably most likely 77.2 on the higher time frames. Otherwise, if you want to enter a long here, not financial advice, if you want to enter a long here and stop loss below 77.7, take profit would be like 79K, 78.8. That's not a horrible idea. It's kind of risky given what I'm watching and seeing today, especially the 4 hour being, 3 hour got overbought, made a lower high significantly. So, I don't love it. And then, like now, I'm seeing this for the first time too, and I don't like this either, but I'm kind of wondering if this could be some kind of head and shoulders pattern. So I'm just giving you all of the possibilities. It doesn't look great, but it could be. I wouldn't trade that as a head and shoulders pattern right now, but yeah, it doesn't look fantastic. This is kind of weird price action to me, so I'm going to stay long because it's the weekend. There's wacky price action on Sundays, but we'll see what happens. Right now, my stop loss on the 4 hour time frame in this trade is at 70. It's below here. I think it's at 76.7 or something like that. So we'll see what happens. So far, I'm still in the trade. I'm in the red a little, but I'm in the trade still. So that's my update on Bitcoin. I don't love it, but I also can see how you bounce out of here if you just be patient. I don't love it though. Yeah, it doesn't look good. The money flow is also coming to the downside, and that's part of the reason you're making lower highs on the RSI. Like money flow right now, you never got the green dot you never got the green dot after you got the red dot, suggesting that there's still not a lot of money coming to Bitcoin, suggesting consolidation or we just trend slightly lower over time. Thank you for the likes, by the way. Appreciate it. Do you think Bitcoin bottom is in? I personally do not think so. I hope it's not in. I would love to buy Bitcoin at 40K, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We do have a request for NCT. So let's go look at NCT. I've never heard of NCT. Let me just make sure that everything is going well on YouTube. We're live on YouTube as well, so if you want to see the whole screen, suggest you go over there. NCT, what is NCT? Is it a stock? I would assume not, but I don't know. Is it on MEXC? This is the only place I see it that is MEXC. Let me know. So let me know if this is it. What time for? I mean, daily's below the 200. 12 hours above it, barely. 4 hour time frame is above it. That is wacky price action. You went all the way from 0.00567 all the way up to 13. It's almost a 3x. And then from there, from 13, you came all the way back down to 6.7. And then you went all the way up to 11 almost. And now you're coming all the way back down to 7.4. Yeah, this is kind of like, I don't... That's not normal consolidation. It's just pump and dump, pump and dump, pump and dump. And I don't see a lot of volume on this chart. So maybe is there a better chart to use? Because it looks pretty bad. Thank you for the follow, Rosie. I appreciate it. There's no volume on this chart, so I'm not sure what you want me to look at, but there's literally no volume. So I wouldn't trade this. That's just me, though. So not financial advice, but I'm just saying there's no TA to be had there. I don't know what that is, but it looks like a scam coin. I'm sorry. So would I be long on that? Probably not. There's no volume. I don't know what the market cap of that is, but I wouldn't touch that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't do TA on that. WLD. This one actually looks promising. Even if it's bearish, at least it has volume. It's below the daily 200. You're on the lows right now at 26.76. The 12-hour time frame right now is below the 200. The 4-hour time frame is below the 200. So I'm going to go back to the daily, and we're going to kind of get support and resistance levels. But I will say that you're like sitting on the support right now that I can see from that massive local low there. So I'll make this red for support. You're sitting on a massive support here at 26.6. Anytime you have a scan wick down, you go and fill it, and that's basically what is going on right now. Now, if I zoom out, or do we have any price action below this? And it kind of looks like we don't. And this looks like another pumping up in all reality. It was all the way up at $12, and here we are at 25 cents. But again, this chart looks more, at least I can chart this. This is chartable. Like, I can say, okay, well, we're in some kind of rising wedge here that's probably going to break down, and I guess it already did break down. So, you know, you just do it from the last local high when it was overbought, so let me just make sure I'm doing that right. You could even, the last time it was really overbought was right there. So that gives you a new measure move of 10.9, or you could say 11 cents. Oh my God, what is it? So this is, thank you for this request. I could see a short that I even want to take on WLD right now. So I'm gonna write this down, and I might enter a trade on this later today. I'll let you guys know in my Telegram group, but link to join is in the description below. So we'll see that. I mean, I don't know. It's oversold in the daily now, so it's a little bit more high risk. But at the end of the day, that eventually has a measure move of like 11 or 12 cents. So I don't know what this is. Would I take a short on it now? I'd probably wait for some kind of bounce and lower high. But it looks bad. Like, wait for the 4 hour to get a little bit more rebought, and you could maybe even take a short here, because you're below the 4 hour 200, making a lower high on the 4 hour. And this looks like an easier short to me in more realistic short term. That suggests you go down to 18 cents, and your stop loss could be above the 200 at 27.5. So I gotta be honest with you, I wouldn't take the larger short. I would take the bear flag short, not the rising wedge short. So I would take this one right here. And if I'm gonna do this, let me just see. Let's just kind of figure out if this trade's even worth taking. This is actually a decently good setup. So your stop loss would be like right there. My take profit, if I enter this trade, would be right there. That is a great trade. You could enter this trade almost 12 times, and if you lost, that's a great trade. If you lost this trade 11 times but won the 12th time, you break even. If you won this trade 2 times but lost 10 times, you'd be in the money. So, I mean, that's a great trade. Stop loss would be like 27.7. Take profit is basically 18. You could even do 19 cents if you want to be more conservative, and it'd still be a great trade. I'm probably gonna, if this is tradable on any exchange I trade, I'm gonna probably take this, because that looks very, very, very juicy to me for a short. So thank you. I actually do like that request a lot. Click the one that says NCT crypto, not the Coinbase from NCT. This one, crypto cap. It can't be right. No. Oh. Looks better. $15.2 million market cap. Interesting. It's still pumping though. I mean, that's not a falling wedge. I can't chart that because it's a better chart, I'll say that. Like, I gotta be honest with you, man. If you really want me to chart this, that doesn't look that good. That looks like, you know what this is? It's a descending triangle and they're bearish. Or you could say symmetrical triangle. Although you're trying to poke out there, so maybe you have a chance. Again, I wouldn't trade this. It could also be a bearish retest at the top of the channel. So I wouldn't really say you have a clear breakout till you break 16.6 million. If you do that, then you could probably easily take out these highs at 21. But again, that looks bearish to me at the end of the day. You could say this is a symmetrical triangle. They usually break down, or a descending triangle where you make lower highs and the same lows, and then eventually you just break lower. So if that is that, what I think it is, there's your measure move. I'm not saying you're going to dump. That candle right there looks kind of interesting, but it could also be a bearish retest at the top of the channel, and that would take you down to 7 million. So, I mean, that'd be a 50% dump. I'm not going to say that's going to happen, but again, it's possible. It's a low market cap coin, so anything's possible. Again, in my opinion, there's a lot better things to trade than this, given the one we just looked at was a lot better one to trade than this. So WLD was a great short. This is, to me, I wouldn't take this short. It just doesn't look as probable as the one we just looked at. So it just doesn't. So would I be long on this? Probably not. Probably not. And if I was long, my stop loss would definitely be 14.5 and no lower. I'd have a very tight stop loss on something like this. So yeah, that's my update, guys, on NCT. Good God, what is this? Looks worse than the last one we just looked at. Oh God. Okay, there's gotta be a better chart than this, though. Maybe not, though. There might not be. Okay, there we go. I think this is the same thing. Okay, so the 4-hour time frame on core is in a falling wedge above the 200 by the skin of your teeth. And I'm going to have to wrap this up here because I am going to head to church. But right now, your measure move right now on core is going to go up to 87.5. If you want to take this trade, stop loss, if you again enter long, would be 39. But again, would I trade this? No. No. Well, I guess it does. It looks a lot better than NCT for a trade, I suppose. I just don't think I'd trade it. Maybe. Probably not. But it probably is going to roll over based on this, but we'll see. If Bitcoin rolls over, I think a lot of these altcoins are going to roll over. It doesn't look horrible. I would give this like a 4 out of 10 on the falling wedge scale. It doesn't look good. NCT was like a 1 out of 10. I'll give NCT on that descending triangle 2 out of 10. Like, it is not a good trade in my opinion. The WLD trade was like a 6 or 7 out of, I would say 6 out of 10 for a trade. Probability that, that you could win. So, Bitcoin. Wow. Let me go back to the 5-minute time frame on Bitcoin. Bitcoin, well, we're looking at scam tokens. Bitcoin's getting the pump. That's phenomenal. Again, let's go over to Bookmap one more time, and I believe 80,000 is around the corner, probably early next week. Early this upcoming week, I should say. That's a bullish engulfing candle, 5-minute ripped to the upside, and that was a bull flag. It didn't look great to me, and then look, it ripped. So, almost at the highs of the day, not quite, $100 away. So, let's see what happens. I'm still bullish. I mean, this is, at the end of the day, this is a 5-minute bull flag with a measure move of 78.8. Now it looks pretty likely that you're going to win this. We'll see. It could be a bearish retest. You have not technically broken out yet, but that was a stop hunt right there, right? Most people would have put their stop loss right there, and then this would have stopped them out, and then you rip. So we'll see what happens, but I'm going to wrap up. I'm getting my call for the day, even though I didn't like the 4-hour. You still technically have more room to go to the upside on the 4-hour, probably at least another 8 hours. So I'm going to call a continuation here to the upside, probably up to close to 79K later today. That's my update. I hope you guys have a great night. I do have to skedaddle, though. So I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll be back live later this week. And thank you for stopping in. Appreciate the likes and support. Have a great Sunday. Adios.